Okay, I've done this video a couple times and I want to be succinct because this applies to everyone. Anyone that's ever downloaded a meal plan or a free meal template from us, someone that's been in our Look Like You Train group coaching program, someone that's been a one-to-one client. You are all going to have something that looks like this. It's going to be your training day and your off day diet meal plan with the meal plan all put out on there. But more importantly, it's calories and protein at each meal with all those other details, right? Now, in the beginning, all of those details are going to feel like right at the front of the focus. It's very number focused. And that's just the way it has to be initially because the data matters and those numbers matter. But over time, you don't want to feel like your meals are, oh, what are you eating for dinner? Oh, I'm eating 125 grams of ground beef, 115 grams of pasta and 2 teaspoons of olive oil. And instead, you want to start to transfer these onto meal cards where this would actually be a pasta bowl because it'd be the ground beef, the pasta, olive oil, or you could do like some sort of sauce. But point being, we start to change our focus from just those numbers and move them over onto what we call meal cards so that you're not constantly every day going to the food sub calculator that we have to create these. So some of these cards may just be simple ones where it might just say chicken and rice on it, but it's still the power of seeing those, on a card versus going back into your, MyFitnessPal, or in our case, the food sub calculator. So like right here, this steak and cheesy potatoes, it's really just top sirloin, russet potatoes, and cheddar cheese. But I gave it a name and then I put that on here so that if I want to use this as a meal, I'm coming into my little recipe box here and just grabbing it. And I'm not seeing it anymore as those, as like numbers, okay? So over time, you start to create, lots and lots of these so that if you're like me, you can then just give this box to your children and they can start to build the menu for the week based on that. So on here, you can see they want to have pulled pork nachos. They want to have Mary Me chicken. They want to have breakfast sandwiches. They want to have Big Mac tacos and then a crock pot chicken. Well, how did they get those? They got those based on meal cards that I've already created. So I've got pulled pork nachos. Now, yes, these are the details for my meal, but it shows us how we can make this a lifestyle for our families as well. And all of mine are locked in. So all of my meat meals I've created over the time as 500 calories. It's very easy for me. So you'll see that I've got pulled pork nachos at 500 calories, Big Mac tacos at 500 calories, burgers at 500 calories, my breakfast sandwich at 500 calories. Maybe yours are going to be at 400 calories. So then you would titrate them. Well, on the other side of my cards, I have them at 400 calorie versions because when I was in a caloric deficit and I had overall less calories, these were 400 calorie meals. So then same exact meals, but again, instead of focusing on those numbers, I'm just deciding, do I want to have pulled pork nachos or not? Do I want to have Big Mac tacos or not? So hopefully what you see over time is less time in a place like MyFitnessPal or in the food sub calculator and more time seeing this as food, what you want to eat. The sustainability goes up, the lifestyle approach really becomes more like doable because this doesn't seem like a diet and instead like a lifestyle. So the key is, don't stay just here fixated on these numbers and married to always getting this paper out and going back and forth in the food sub calculator. The first step is to take some of those simple meals like steak and potatoes and putting them on cards. And then second to that, it's getting more creative and finding the foods that you really like and building meal cards around it. Now, if you've downloaded the meal plan, or if you are in our Look Like You Train, or you're a one-to-one client, you have access to a database of 400 calorie meal cards. I know if you're in Look Like You Train or you're one-to-one client, you have 350 meal cards, 400 meal cards, 450 meal cards, and 500. So that way, some of the ones that I've already done the legwork for, all you have to make sure is it matches your calories and that protein range, and you're good to go. So hopefully this helps.